Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel. Welcome guys. Today I'll be talking about how God pay my bills. So it's something I feel like I've been, laying on my chest. I feel like I'll be able to share with you guys. And before I get into this, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like my video, subscribe to give you able to see more. If you love this, you want more, and I'm free, I can be able to do more for you guys. So guys, let's get into this. Okay, so how God pays my bill. So we just gonna call this whole story short and just go in detail. So I remember when we first, because we came from out of state, so we came from Minnesota and try to move to a new state. And moving to a new state, how it can be really tough and so difficult, right? So we moved to the state, and first we moved to the state when I expecting money back from where we were staying, the deposit or wherever, because we try to do a huge mess in the place, like a spoil in the doors and things like that. So already not thinking about getting money back from that place. So, at that time we were staying with someone, so it's like we were really wanted money. So that was the very first testimony that God did when we first came to the new state. So surprisingly, we received a check with our name on it. Like, I was so shocked. I don't even know what to say, because at that time we really want money. We were really in need of money. So, I will keep praying, asking God that we really want money. We need money because we're trying to find a new place, be able to pay deposit and all these things, you know. Then surprisingly like that, God decided to show up for us, and that money came in. I was so happy. I was so happy. It's like, and you can be staying in the person place, helping with the food and stuff, things like that. Even though I was there cooking, but even though she my sister, she may not complain to me, but at least it's okay to be able to help. So when that money came, I was so excited that we're able to, be able to get some money in the house for, for food and other stuff, things like that. So that was very good. I was so thankful for that money. And we have, move and things like that. Things get so tough, and God decided to bring at least a one person our way who, were there for us, who understand us, and who we can be able to talk with. So that was cool. That was good, and I'm always grateful for that moment. So when we decided to, leave our, because at that time we were renting a one bedroom apartment. It was a house apartment. So like, it was okay, because it better to have a place than not having one at all. So we take a thank you for that place, but it was not that okay. So, and then we know, we have I have two children here right now. So it's like, plus my husband and myself, we cannot be in like one bedroom now. So, and we prayed about it. We prayed about the deposit. We prayed about the place, and God show up for us. We having to get the place which is the place I'm in right now. So, and we're able to pay our deposit and our rent. But when we came to this place, yeah, I love this place. I love the community and stuff, things like that. I'm so excited. I'm grateful that God able to bring us this far, and I know He will take us far. So even though sometimes I can be very impatient, but I know God get my back. So and things will move to the two bedroom, which is this place. things start to get so hard, so difficult for us. So we couldn't be able to, we couldn't pay our bills on time. We were not having no money. Money start to get so high and like that. We have so many bills on our head. Surprisingly, like God just show up for us, and that I would be forever grateful on that one because I really appreciate that because I was so worried. And even though I know that God gonna show up, but as a human that I'm a human, right? So I have to worry, try to worry and think on how my bill is gonna be able to pay. It's something that is normal, right? Everyone do that, right? So we all gotta worry. We worry about our bills and things like that. Even though I know God going to show up, but I didn't know how He was going to show up, or the time, or the date, or the month, or whatever. But I will worry, because I it's just something like normal that everyone worries on their bills and stuff, things like that. So I will worry concerning my bill and things like that, thinking how we'll be able to pay the bill. Then one night I went to bed and asked God, I said, God, I don't know how the bill is going to be paid because right now I'm not working and just my husband won't doing everything. So I really don't know how they're gonna be able to pay, but I really need your help. Can you please help us pay this bill? And like, thank you, God, for answering my prayer. Even though there was, doubt were trying to run through my head, and I was trying to think like, would this prayer already be answered? Would God really be able to? Would God answer my prayer? Would God already give me what I want or what I asked for? Things like that. So, negative thoughts were running through my mind, but I still kept it positive, keep going. And the next morning, surprisingly, we receive a check. And, want to go check in the mailbox because I always love checking in the mailbox, even when I'm not expecting anything. So I just get believe that something will come for me. So I always check in the mailbox, even when I'm not expecting anything. So it always worked like that for me. I believe that if you not order anything or not expecting no check or nothing at all for anyone, it's okay to be on checking your mailbox because miracles happen anytime. Things can happen. Miracle happen anytime. So I believe in miracles. So I know things can happen. So I always love to check in the mailbox. So like I say, I told my husband I was going to check in the mailbox. It's like, you order anything? I said no. You gave me money to order something. I don't have no money if I order anything like that. And I'm not expecting no check, or are you expecting check? He said no. So, and then I said, but I will still check. I always love to check, so I opened the door and just something just said, just go and check. I opened the door and went outside and checked in the mailbox, and I saw the check and my name, my husband's name. For first, I thought it was a bill that we're owing. First, I think, at first I was thinking that it was the rent or the chlorine or any of these things, So I was like, they send a bill because anytime they send a rent, if we know we passed the due date, my name and my husband name always on it. So I, it just runs my mind like, my God, people want us to be able to pay the rent. They're trying to send a letter, but then when I try to look at the back and see it's look, so different. I try again to the front, like, no, this is not. This is not rent or wherever. It's not come from the rent office or anywhere else. So then I rushed in. I called my husband. I said, babe, come and see something. And when he rushed to come and see, he looked at it, he said, oh, this is check and stuff, things like that. But first I thought that my name, my husband name both were on it. So, but then it was because sometimes I have how to call it, a little bit problem with my eyes. Sometimes stuff get blood in my eyes like that, things like that. So it's something that normal. So, but then it was my name that was written on it, like Jessica Tali, and he said, "Oh, your name on it." I said, "Ah." But then when we want to go check, it was a check came for me was like 2,000, and I really needed that because we could have paid our rent, and be able to do other things for ourselves. So it was 2,000. I was so shocked. And guess what, guys? That check came from Minnesota. I remember when I was in Minnesota, I felt seriously sick, very sick, and then I went off, and Amalek came for me and took me to the hospital and stuff, things like that, or holding too much of bill and stuff, things like that. So my insurance helped me, by the grace of God, helped me cover it. And our own like EBT or wherever they call it, yeah, on EBT stuff, things like that. So they tried taking our money from us and tax after we filed tax and things like that. So yeah, it was years ago. We forget about a long time because it happened years ago. So our mind were not only that we're going to be able to get money back from it or wherever, because it happened years ago. Something that happened a long time ago, you just forget about it. It's like, people took the money, so what can I do about it? I have to pay them the money or wherever. If they say I owe them this, I owe them that, and they have to take the money. So, I forget about it. How when I own it, we move on, has been years now. So, and I checking in, like, this is the money that they try to do some calculation, they break down everything that they owe me, so it's what amount they're supposed to send it to me. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is amazing, this is wonderful. I was so 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 happy. So that was a miracle that God did. Even though sometimes full of so many doubts running through my mind, thinking if God will be able to help me, but deep down I know that God will help me, because it's because of the faith that I still get, and and I still look up to God for everything. So that's why keep me moving and hoping and believing and still looking up to God for His help. And I'm glad that God did show up at a time and were able to pay our rent. So I just want to be able to share this with you guys. Even though I'm not a perfect person, I worry a lot, and negative things try to run through my mind every day. And I say some things that as a Christian I'm supposed to say, and maybe some mistake. But God is so great. That's why He always help us, and that's why He always show up for us. And that was one of the reasons why He helped us to pay our bill, and He still doing so. So I will leave that other part for the next video. So if you love this, subscribe so give you all to see more. So if you struggling to pay a rent, or you just move out of state, I know how it can be. I understand how difficult it can be when you just move out of state. You don't have no friends, no family. You depend only on God, and God is the best person to depend on anyway. So I understand how it can be, no job, especially when both partner are now, one person working, the other one not working. It can be tough, especially when you have children and stuff, things like that. And the state we are is the bill is too much, the rent is too high. Yes. So then when you really struggling thinking how to pay your rent, then God just boom show up. It's a miracle. So I really do appreciate God for that. And I hope that you'll be able to get the courage and faith, and be able to believe that God can be able to show up for you. When you pray, just believe that your prayer will be answered, even though it's normal for negative thoughts to run through your mind, because you are a human being. So we all go through that. I'm going through that every day. So but I just want you guys to know that God will definitely pay your bills. Whatever you want, you can ask God. You are God's child. We are all God's children. You have the right to ask God for whatever you want. Just like when you asking your mom or your dad for whatever you think you want, and they have it, will provide for you. So God is like a father to every one of us. So we have the right to come to Him with our problem and ask Him for whatever we want. And just know that whatever you think you want, just go in your little closet or wherever, just ask God, and God will definitely show up. Sometimes it can be like, sometimes not all the prayer can be answered. Sometimes some of my prayers have not been answered, but it's okay. You will feel bad, because for me sometimes I feel bad. I have too much of quick temper and stuff, things like that. So sometimes I try to control it, but so now you try to control me. So, but I feel bad most of the time. My prayers not being answered. It's okay, get feedback, but I know that God hears whatever you asking for, you know. So God will definitely hear your prayer. If you are struggling on rents, on how to pay your rent, you know, don't worry, God will show up. If you don't have your own place, you stay with someone. I have been through that twice. Don't worry, still, God will still show up. You will have your own place, you will have your own car, you will stay to your own place, and everything will be okay. If you are struggling with that bill, that rent or car rent or whatever bill you think you get, or even loan or whatever, don't worry about it. God will show up. Just ask God for his help. You may not know, you know, God will not tell you how he will show up. God will not tell you how he will make a way. He will not tell you the things he will bring before you. But I believe 100% that he will show up for you. So keep the faith. Keep moving. Keep praying. Keep asking God. Don't give up. God will definitely show up because God show up for everyone and he performs miracle. Miracle is rare. So you gotta believe in miracle. You gotta believe in Jesus Christ. Jesus is real. He answered prayer daily and daily, even though it's not everyone prayer and answer at the same time, but he will do answer your prayer, and not all prayer can be answered. So one of the things you gotta know about. So I hope this encourage you, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to like this video. If you want to see more of this, you know, you can be able to subscribe so you can be able to see more, and I get more coming. So stay tuned. Thank you guys. My name is Jessica. You can call me Malika. So this channel is Life of Malika. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope you like this. Bye bye.